Today's video is an Aerodrome crash course where I'll be picking a liquidity pool to get into and then finding my range for that liquidity pool and then depositing my own capital into the liquidity pool. So if you're someone who is looking to make money with liquidity pools, then this video is for you. So Aerodrome is currently sitting at a TVL of over 1.58 billion. It is up a lot since the end of August. As you can see, end of August, it was at 581 million and now it's at 1.58 billion. And on DeFi Llama, if you scroll down to the yield section, you can go where it says pools and then you can find a bunch of different liquidity pools on the blockchain. Now, if you go to project, clear all, and search for Aerodrome, you can see that pools on Aerodrome. But there's one problem with this. On DeFi Llama itself, you can't do too much due diligence into these pools and see a lot of the pool's history. Yeah, you can see their TVL, yeah, you can see their APY, but you can't go back pretty far and see older history about the pool and more. So that's where Metrics Finance comes in. It's the liquidity pool software we created. So go to metrics.finance, and this software is great for finding liquidity pools and simulating potential returns. So we can go ahead and launch the app and go to discover at the top, and then we're going to go ahead and for exchanges, we're going to go ahead and select Aerodrome and then unselect Uniswap. And then for network, it's just going to be on base network. If you're excited to learn about making income with liquidity pools, then make sure to subscribe and click the bell to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. And now we have a list of pools here. Some of these have very low APR. You can see this has 0% rewards APR, and then there's 0% for the 24 hours rewards to TVL. So I'm going to start the rewards APR at looking for pools that are giving then higher than 15%. Now we have a lot of better options to look through. Now you'll see pools like this, wrapped Ethereum to MOG. MOG seems like an absolute meme coin, and it says it's doing over 1,000% rewards APR. I can't imagine that would be sustainable, so I'm not going to look into that pool. On my channel, I have so many videos showing how to find liquidity pools over on Metrics Finance, so I'm not going to be going too in depth into that today because, like I said, this is an Aerodrome tutorial. One pool that I've seen has been producing solid income recently is USDC to ETH. So let's go ahead and look for that pool. I typed it in. Here we go. USDC to wrapped Ethereum over on Aerodrome. It's saying 86% rewards APR and has a TVL of almost $30 million. So now the next thing would be to go ahead and simulate this in a new tab. Some of the features I'll be showing on Metrics are available in the free version, but some of them you also have to have the Metrics Pro paid plan to use. But all the members of our DeFi Excel program are getting a month free of Metrics Finance, which is great. So first thing I like to do is zoom out on the calculation range. I like to see how is this pool played out throughout the past 50, 70, or even 90 days. And then also for the min price and max price, you can see we're getting some weird numbers like 0.003, 0.002. So I'm going to go to the top left and swap the order of the assets. Now we're getting much more normal numbers like 2878 and 4797. So I'm going to bring back the calculation range to about the last 20 days to try to get the most accurate simulation possible. And then I'm going to bring down my max price. So I'm going to bring it down to about here for 101, and I'm going to keep my range pretty broad. I'm not trying to have a super tight range where I have to constantly be checking my portfolio, because remember, our goal here is to try to make our passive income as passive as possible. Yeah, maybe I could squeeze out some extra APY if I had a tighter and more riskier range, but I'm going to make it pretty broad for the sake of this video and for my own portfolio, because at the end of the day, it's my own money going into this pool. So I'll set my max price at about 3,921, 3,921, and then I'm going to go ahead and set my min price. I'll move it up a bit. Let's get it to about 3,022. So this looks like a solid range for me, and I'd be willing to take on exposure to both USDC and wrapped Ethereum. And remember, from this step, you'd want to do your due diligence into these assets. Say, hey, do I want to take on exposure to USDC and wrapped Ethereum and this liquidity pool? Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what you should do with your money. I'm just saying my opinion. Scrolling down, we can see more information about the pool. Normally, we're always looking at the volume history to determine whether or not the pool could be a good option. But since it's on Aerodrome and we're getting paid out in AERO reward tokens, we want to scroll down and look at the rewards history. This is looking so solid since it's super consistent. We're not having super high days, super low days, then days in the middle. It's all very consistent. Looks like every day is over $200,000 per day. And then you can see the correlation of these assets that's only available on the pro version of Metrics, but it's saying it has a 0.02 correlation, otherwise known as 2%. The correlation is very low, of course. since USDC is the stable coin and wrapped Ethereum is just a regular crypto blue chip asset. So now let's go over to Aerodrome.finance. I'm going to connect my wallet. I set up a Rabby wallet and deposited some USDC into it. Now I'm going to go to the liquidity section at the top and we can see this screen. Now we're going to wait for the liquidity pools to load. So where it says liquidity pools, I'm going to go to concentrated and then search for Ethereum. So now we have a list of pools that have Ethereum. Here at the top, this is probably the one we're looking for. Wrapped ETH to USDC. It says it has a TVL of about 31 million. Let's see if that's close to metrics. Yeah, it says the metrics one has about 30.5 million. So this is probably the right pool. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Now for the video, I'm going to be setting my deposit amount to about $500, but to account for fees, I guess I'll set it to like 480. So it's saying we would need 318 USDC and 0.0447 wrapped Ethereum. Currently in my wallet, I have enough USDC, but I don't have enough Ethereum. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and swap some of my Ethereum for USDC. That's a very simple process. Comment below if you'd want me to make videos on how to swap assets, but I'm sure you already know. So I just went ahead and swapped my tokens, and now you can see for the available pool, I can go ahead and make a new deposit. Now it shows these ranges, narrow, common, and wide. These are ranges that Aerodrome recommends, but remember, we have the metrics finance software where we were able to find our range ourselves and simulate potential returns using the calculation range that we set, which is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the custom range and paste in my range. So for min price, we had 3,022, and then for the high, we had 3,921. There we go. So now our range is like this and it's showing. Also, I didn't mention that according to Metrics Finance, it looks like this position would be giving us almost 85% APR, which is solid. Obviously, that APR could go up or down, and there are risks such as divergence loss. Here at the bottom, I'm going to enter the amount of each asset I want to use. I'm going to enter everything that's in my Ethereum wallet since I just swapped it. So I'm going to click on the available Ethereum. Here we go. Now it says allowance not granted for USDC. I'm going to go ahead and allow that and let it load. It's opening up my MetaMask. I pretty much just have to approve that it's going to allow me to use the USDC. Here we go. It's loading. Okay, so now I can go ahead and hit deposit. Let's go. So deposit. Now I'm opening up MetaMask. Real quick, I have to lower the amount of Ethereum so I have enough to pay for the fee since there is a small fee. So I'm going to go ahead and change the amount. Instead of 0.454, I'm just going to go 0.45. Let's 0.45. There we go. Now it should be working. So now I hit deposit and now let's wait. Now let's head over to our dashboard right at the top. It's going to load the pools. Let's check if it entered into the pool successfully. Okay, great. Now here's our pool. We can see our wrapped Ethereum to USDC, and now it's unstaked. We have $161 in wrapped Ethereum and about $318 in USDC, but we are not earning our AERO token yet. Since we're on Aerodrome, we have to go ahead and stake it. So I'm going to click stake and it's going to load. I'm going to go ahead and stake 100% of it because partial staking is not disabled for this pool. So it says allowance is not granted. So again, I'm going to have to allow access in my wallet. I'm going to press that. It's going to bring up a window in my wallet. I'm just going to go ahead and sign this, confirm, and its stake is loading. Here we go. Now it should be happening any second. Staking confirmed. Here we go. Great. Now heading back over to the dashboard, we can see it's staked. We have the $160 in wrapped Ethereum and the $320 in USDC. I'm hyped to see how this pool plays out, and of course I'll be updating our DeFi Excel members on how this pool is going along with my other positions. I highly recommend you check out our community DeFi Excel, which is only $47 per month, less than $2 per day, and that value in our group is substantial considering the fact that you can join and start making more than $2 per day very quickly. Of course, that depends on many factors such as what liquidity pools you're getting into or how much capital you're actually putting into the pools, but I'm sure you understand the gist. When you join, you'll start to learn the fundamentals of DeFi, the big four, and you'll also be onboarded. You'll get access to the complete DeFi starter roadmap, step-by-step strategy modules, and there's weekly group workshops along with an active community. And also, remember that Metrics Pro software we used? You'll get a 30-day free trial to the Pro version. You also will receive more tutorials on making your first deployments, so I'll leave the checkout link in the description down below. Go ahead, check it out. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, click the bell to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you in the next one.